Hello everyone, Christopher Beast here. We're going to be doing a fundraising stream for the SigiMP project because SigiMP has had a pretty rough month of funding. Um, so I thought the best solution to kind of counteract that fact would be to do a fundraising stream. Just kind of sitting down being like, hey, here's our progress, let's work on this together. Because I've been sort of doing most of the work on my own time. So I figured this was a good mediative solution. So hopefully we get to our fundraising goals today. Um, yeah, yeah. So got my mouse, so we can get started. So the goals for today, oh, are going to be to try and progress the project as much as possible. Might see what progress we can get. Um, Using the localized test environment that I built. Uh, what else? I think that's the main thing. It's gonna be trying to improve that to make it a bit more. Yeah. Heyo. So I think our first work here is going to be on medical. Medical has a bunch of untested stuff. We're gonna test that. Protector has a bunch of untested stuff. We'll test there as well. Rot front. Nowhere is mostly done. There's looks like there's a little bit that's not handled that I want to test. And then that should be all we need there. We could also get enemy testing while we're at it. There's quite a lot of enemies I haven't had the chance to test. So the main goal will be testing and then fixing everything we can. Um, we make sure that the window that's being shown is actually Sigi. Well, not that window of Sigi. Do I have to window Sigi? I forget how. It's been a while. I think I have to window Sigi. Oh, it's open. I just didn't see it. Hope everyone's doing good today. Yeah, that's all working. I haven't streamed in a while. I just have to open up Visual Studio, see what programming progress we can get. I also have an Excel sheet with all the testing matrices. Testing is very complicated these days. Lots of steps. We're going to intrude. Alright, let's get started with hospital. So, hospital has these chunks that are meant to be loading. We'll check if that works first. Okay, chunks are properly loading. Now, what we need to check in hospital is our first check for medical is sock and handle picked up by both. So we need to check bulls 29, 30, 31, 33, 35, 36, 37, 38, 40, 42 through 48. So let's start with 29. So 29 is sock and handle. We want to give ourselves Housemeister just to make life easier. We also want to give ourselves Ghost and Housetier. So first one is in here. And this should see what we're logging. We're not logging anything at the moment. I had a way of doing this that I might switch to depending on how this initial testing goes. Oh, we're not getting. Oh, I forgot to launch the mod, and there we go. We got failure and boolean on this one. So 512 object reference into an option on an object at city room checker is not set to an instance of an object. All right, so what we're gonna do, open the code here. Let's see what room checker could be getting wrong here. I guess I'll share that screen as well. Window capture. Yeah, we'll just do that. That'll work. So object reference, we're doing what's called an error on 512. So 512 is an error on barrel and we're going to do 512. So here's our error. Objects, instance of an object. Medical rates room checker. And just make this else. What we can do here is we're going to put a try catch on this. Catch. Failure 823. This would be 823. This would be 3278. Room checker access. Yeah. So that is a bit more exact. Which engine is this? Unity. Uh, that would be a bit more exact. That'll get us figuring out why this is fire from what's going on here. But better logging doesn't tell us everything. We should also try to fix what's actually wrong with it. So in this case, we're looking at a bool. Whoa. Oh, it crashed. Yeah, no, it crashed. Okay. We need to restart Signalis then. Well, if we're restarting City, we can just rebuild here. Do a new build. Do a build. So the goal should be that every time we boot up City, we want to fix a bug or make progress on a bug. And the thing that's beneficial about the new thing I built over the last month is it is very possible for me to just constantly reboot Signalis, and if something doesn't work, I can just go, oh, okay, well, I'll fix it this time, and then I boot it 300 and more two more times. and then inevitably something fixes it eventually, which is great when it works. Switch back to Signalis view. There we go. Is quest item bound to single player? Everyone else can use that item. Quest items are. What do you mean bound to single player? They're so. So if one player gets a quest item, all players get quest item. In fact, that's kind of what we're working on at the exact moment. Well, I'm working. I keep saying we're, but this is a one-man project. There is no. There is no we. There, that worked. All right, so we have new logging. We should be able to go to hospital and fix this. It's just frustrating that we have to get all the way out. Yeah, I forgot some. That's true. Alright, let's remember to actually activate the mod on time this time. Okay, so we're in a room. It's not firing at the moment. What we want to see is if it fires when I pick up the socket wrench. It does. So, let's try to figure out what that means. We're getting an error on 512 still. Oh, I know what this error is. Is this the same error I... Wait a minute. Let me switch us back to... Uh, so to explain what I just figured out, so that way it's such a entertaining to observe this. Basically, at one point in writing this mod, I switched the style of... Wait a minute. What the hell? Oh, this needs to be an if. That's just not a possible statement. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, that's not a possible statement. Okay. I see why that was bugging. So that means this didn't build. That's frustrating. So we're playing on the exact same build. But I think I actually figured out what the bug is. Because I thought about it. What I'm going to do is go over to the Boolean checker for this room, which is medical, and I'm willing to bet you this is a thing. Yeah, this is just a not good way to do this. Alrighty, so really what we should be doing here is nesting all of this into here, and then it won't be a necessary issue. Um, like what am I looking for here? I'm looking for socket 10 millimeter. No, that's fine. That's not the issue, because that's nested. Okay, so I don't know what the issue is, and I have to rebuild anyway. Hopefully we didn't crash this time. Doesn't seem like we did, so we can keep testing. Um, I don't know where the next puzzle is. You're not reading that enemy, which is a problem. I had it the last time I did testing, I had two screens, so I could just look over to my right and be like, oh yes, that's what we need to work on. I don't have that at the moment. Do we need blank key? This is medical. We need key of blank. Key of blank is down here, to my knowledge, or is that key of water? No, this is key of blank. Which did not work. In fact, nothing's working right now. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, instead of wasting time, I'm going to quit and actually switch builds here because the current logging that's in place, if that bug is present on multiple things, it's impossible to tell what it actually wants from me. So it's much smarter for me to just switch builds here and then do testing on a better build. Generally speaking, we don't want incoherent logs. That tends to be bad for everyone involved. Because then it's just like no one actually knows what the hell is going on, which is not very useful to any of us. So, once again, we're back to medical. We should have better logging now, which should tell us what's going wrong here. Oh, once again, we have to ghost. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, well, 22 works. That's fun. We can mark that as working. This is west hallway, I think. So that's a little bit of good news, at least. But for some reason, we are just getting flat out error on 3278. 3278. Um, let's rewrite this a little bit. If game object dot find s dot transform dot find chunk does not equal null, that's some more safety checking, then we want to game object dot return, no, if game object dot find s dot transform dot find dot game object equals true, return s. So that's like a nested result of that. If it is null, then we don't need this statement and we can just drag this out. We can do this. We can just do it this way. If game object.find.s.chunk 1 is not equal to null, then we do this again. And if both of those are null, we run an else statement. Else chunk is null. The rest of this can get deleted. Okay. So either it's going to have the irregular chunk name or the regular chunk name. If it has neither, chunk is null. In this case, we are in a room. I don't actually know what this room is called. What's this from? We're looking for. I mean, that's residential. That's not even the right area here. We're in this area. We're looking for pump protector bathroom pump key. No, we're not looking for a pump key. We're looking for socket handle. Oh, this is just poorly written. Upper storeroom. Upper storeroom. Upper storeroom. So if you have this upper storeroom, where you have this chunk, you have socket handle, but when we pick that up, it vanishes. So it's going to be null, not active true. And that should fix that issue. Alrighty, next one. We've done some better bug fixing here. Hopefully, we should run a try catch on this entire thing. Just for safety reasons. Just room number. So that's some better safety and built in. Oh, there we go. Alright, so what else can we check while we're here? We can go check. We can go to another area. We can go to Rotfront, maybe. Maybe Rotfront has some things working. Or where was I working last? I think nowhere was working last. Uh, so we do nowhere. Really, I should run protection code on all the rooms? Um, just because it might make life a little bit easier. Especially for bug fix testing. But nowhere, sure, that works. And then just room name. Just room. Just build. I just want to do that for Rotfront. This is just wrong. This is not how this would be formatted. This would be do space plus e dot message plus e dot stack trace plus room name. Right. That builds some more protection, which is very nice to see. We're now in nowhere. We need to check the doll, but the thing is, even if this doll doesn't work, which I'm curious if it will or not. We have failures on 64, 65. Should I try to fix that right now? Maybe. Okay. 64, 65 is not in this room. Uh, yeah, these. Oh my, that's not good. 64, 65 is double locked, which is not good. Um, the best solution I can think of for that is sticking a 1 in the front. So 164, 165 as a temporary solution. Be 164, 64, 165. This is nursery then, because 64, 65 is sacrifice. That's not good. So they are double locked. That's issue 1. Issue 2 is I think their names are wrong. Because even if they're double locked, that wouldn't become an issue until I enter sacrifice, which I have not done yet. We are a nursery. enemy manager, enemy 1, your, enemy 2, your, no, their names are right. If enemy doesn't equal null, enemy equals active true, enemy censored, enemy 164, 165. That should fix the double walking. I don't think double walking is the issue, to be honest. Um, but that's the best I can think of for that. So we'll reactivate that as for testing. Um, 104.1. Boom. That's great. Love to see that. So that means that we have completed this bull. That bull works. It's hard to find because we're also dealing with enemies. Alright, so we can go get the plate of flesh, rusted key. I think nowhere, honestly, everything works, which is very fun. Very happy about that. If I can remember where all these plates are, that would be really nice. I know that the tree stuff currently doesn't seem to be working, which is a little frustrating. Let's forget log. Go to log. Go to log. Log what? Go to scales, maybe? Alright, so if I grab this, did that send a message? Because it admittedly probably shouldn't. Oh no, it just failed. Okay. Um, what plate is this? Balance. I don't even think I have it. Hmm. Um, I don't even see that in my list. Plate of flesh. You know what? The current Boolean uh, logic reader is very hard to read. So what I'm gonna do is switch to the new one the new debugging I just built. That should help make it a little bit easier for me to read things, um, which will be helpful. Because if I can read code, then it's possible for me to respond to the code a bit better. Restart. Hopefully we're in the next version. We should be. Yeah, I'll try. Hmm. Where do we need to go? We need to go to medical stuff. Okay, let's fire off the mod. Ew, that's a lot of logging. Whoa, wait a minute. That's a lot of logging I don't need. That's like so much logging I don't need. That tells me every single room that I'm not currently in. That is, in fact, way too much logging. We need to go to the room checker and fix that. Can I do else ifs in this language? I can. Yeah, I'll just do else ifs. There we go. Um, so I don't know how entirely useful this build will be because there is the entire log right now is filled with thousands of messages telling me which room I'm not in. Oh, B29.1. It works now. I fixed it. So B29.1. I can sort of test with this, I think. We should move on to B30, which is scale save or incinerator key. Hump logic is a puzzle. Exam key. Key of blank. Key of blank's next one then. It's really funny that this is. Oh, I crashed. It's really funny that this is like an unreadable build. Um, but it actually was the first one that worked. Like I was able to actually read the way the problem was because it wasn't fucking spam in something else. We're getting closer with each build. Now, how closer we get depends on how quickly it takes me to crash. I don't like how big the file size is getting. It's at 110 kilobytes now, but that's fine. The moment we're at 35% completion of like handling and stuff. Oh, we do just have to fix the enemy handling. Still, that's still not fixed, but 35% completion, that's not bad. I think we'll take a break at like 40%. F7 would be. Okay, so we need to go to Met again, I guess. Oh, the mod didn't launch. Alright, chunk 1 and 2 are null. Not sure why it is printing that at all. Wait, chunk 1 and 2? Oh. Is there genuinely 1 and 2 still in the fucking log? There is, because I never figured that out. Okay, that's fine. I actually don't care about that. Just means it's fixed. Okay. What we probably should do is figure out what the hell's going on with chunk 1 and 2. Well, which fucking index number are they? Wait, so it's index. So here's medical is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, actually, how many off the top is it? Command surgery, waiting room, incinerator. And then we get 2 and 1. Command surgery, waiting room, incinerator. So we get these, which is the train event and the card pickup from the medical wall event. Where is the medical wall event? Train scene is in. Go to CU1, I think. Yeah, it's in ICU1. So this event isn't real, and this actually goes in ICU1's room. I'm not actually sure why this is broken apart into 2 different rooms. Wait a minute, what? Whoa, 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 what? Why is that happening? There's actually a lot going on right now that I'm a bit confused about. Okay, first things first. There's enemy 29, so we're in the right room here. That's the right room for this. This gets you the train event. That's correct in there. What's not correct is everything else going on at the moment. This is upper storeroom. Case 9 is upper storeroom. The oh wait, you guys can't see. Here you go. Or there we go. This all goes down here because that's a case 8, not 9. Probably also explains why this room has been having problems. So upper storeroom gets socket handle. This is all not socket room. Yeah, that was weird. Then that means this one, which is case 19, we can actually just remove. make this chase 20. Or wait, we can make this chase 19 and then make this chase 20. So we can remove one. Because I can just remove it. Alright, so that handles one issue. Issue two is we need to handle the other one, which is two. So it says wall safe? What the fuck is wall safe? Wall vent. Okay, I don't know where the fuck wall vent is. Wall vent event. Oh, I know where this is. If I do map, I can figure out which room it is. So this room here is vent room. Go to vent room, ventilation room. Okay, so now we just gotta figure out which normal room that is. It is in fact ventilation room. So we can do ventilation room for that. So we can remove one. Ventilation. Okay, that handles that. Let's fix both of those bugs. Oh, I have a stomach cramp. Alright, so with that handled, we can move on to our next objective. That should handle all the bugs in uh, nowhere. That's weird. 25 is handled. 25 is not even meant to be handled. This is a cut content mule that is handled long before any other things are. Just interesting. Very interesting. Let's do, we can do RES, we can do protectors, we can do, because if we just had to change a bunch of things in medical, I don't think medical is going to be working at the moment. Right, because we just changed a bunch of things. So, what we need to do is handle that. Those are both open testing again. Elevator fuse, out key tape. Continuing false fireman 68. Oh, tower car. We do rot front. Rot front has like what? Tango bulls. Easter cutscene as well. We can do. To try and get a handle on what's breaking in rot front. Yeah. Alright, let's do that. And then we have enemy handling still. What enemies do we still need to check? We have DT2 is broken. We have 3, 5, 7, 15 through 17, 23 through 24, 26 through 29, 34 on shit. That was not what I meant to click. That's yellow. I'm just recoloring the Excel at the moment so that way it is up to date and I can send that in and we can get to proper testing. Because a big goal would be dropping the alpha today. That would be very nice if I could achieve that. Let's do that. Yep. Oh, oh. There we go. Now we can copy this whole thing and send it into chat. Right. Send that in here. Alrighty, so still have a lot of yellows on enemies. And then of course we still have medical to finish up. RES to finish up. A little bit of nowhere left. Oh, Rodfoot, still mostly not done. What in medical? Are we still in medical? We are. So we just edited some code in medical. It's not worth it to check medical right now. Let's intruder our way into. My money's on. Let's do. Let's do re-edge because re-edge is a bunch of enemies. We can just. They should all be working. I don't know why they wouldn't be. We can check if the enemies are working in re-edge. If they're not, we can fix that relatively easy. Or not re-edge. Yeah, re-edge. The hope would be we can just kind of click it off of a bucket list. Like, there. What? What? Okay, well, that's two enemies. And we're not getting any rooms on them. Is re-edge actually handled? Corrupted re-edge. Bio re-edge. Yeah, here we go. Case room names. Events. Oh, no. Enemies in re-edge aren't. Wait, yes, they are. Are the room names correct for bio re-edge? East Corridor 3, Iowa. Yeah, I don't see why they're not. Is the room checker firing correctly? Love re-edge, internal list, love re-edge rooms. Oh, no, it wouldn't be that. It would be bio re-edge. Bio re-edge, bulk controller state, false. Room checker, bio re-edge, room int 8. Yeah, that looks fine. I don't see an issue with that. Is the area's name actually bio re-edge, or am I misremembering if it is? It is. Did I spell it right? No, I did not. It is BIO lowercase e. Alright, so that handles that room. Doesn't seem like that one is even built correctly. And we want to go to Ruffin. Ruffin has a bunch we can do still. This blue turpentine tower card. Yeah. Alright, let's get this blue. Super easy one. Oh, whoa, that's the wrong input. Meant to do. That's your housemaster. What's the other one, Ghost? Slide over here. We need the yeah, hand wheel. Give valve hand wheel. Thanks. So I can fix that. Now, did we get 77? There we go. That's what we love to see. Valve hand wheel is done. This blue is next, which is up here. Blue distress. Done. 78. Easy wins, easy wins. Next is turpentine. Turpentine. I'm not entirely sure. I don't remember where that is, but based off progression, you'd go this way. Is it in here? There's acetone. Did we need acetone? 79, yep, that's turpentine. Here's why it's called turpentine, the code in acetone in game. Odd. Next is tower card, which is through like 3 rooms. We get a little cutscene for doing that. Jean. Me and my tooth. Then we can get tower card, which is over here. Can I get wicked? I cannot see. Did we get tower? We did not get tower. Logic 5. So it's room 5. So is that the right room number? That's our first check. Bullion read. Rot front. Room 5. Case 5. Events rot tower. Tower tray. 5 is the right one. So it was doing the read. It was finding the item. I think it's just that this is not. This is not necessary. We need to do that. Oh, crash. Alright, so we got some free points. Stuck on tower. That's fine. Just put some fix that should work. Now we have a new build. Alrighty. So we need to build this. And then I think we might take our first break. I don't know how long ago I started, but I am fucking starving right now. How long ago did I start is the real question. We started about an hour ago. Okay, so I wanted to do an hour before taking a break. I think that's a good like pause point for a break. 1 hour. Which is why I'm most likely going to take a pause. Okay, so we have a new build. We delete the old build, get the new one. And then I'm gonna head out, get lunch, and then come back. 7. Sure. Yep. I thought that would work. Well, it did work. Where are we going? We're going medical. Because this build has some fixes there. We're gonna do history. We're gonna do housemaster. We're gonna do a clear. We're gonna okay. Mods successfully loaded. We can now go downstairs. We need to go to downstairs to order the blank key. That's step 1. And then step 2 is blank key, I guess. 36-1, so that one works. Did I already know that? No, I didn't. 36-1. What other ones do we need to check? We need to check. Where the hell are some of these? I just don't know where some of these are. Scales safe. Incinerator key. Humble. Oh, you guys can't see anything. Wonder why that is. Hmm. Sure, you can enjoy this for a second then, I guess. I don't know why you can't see the game. Um, or maybe like this will be useful to look at. Put this like up here, I guess. I need the bottom corner of it. Like that. 22, 28 as well. Did I already get those? 22, 28. Enemy. I'm not really sure where, but it works, so. Next thing we have is the enemies that are in the vent room. Nice to check all of those off. Okay, so this is a room full of enemies. 18, 19, 20, 21 are all good. Oh, we already knew this. Sweeping ward. Yeah, these are the sweeping ward enemies. We need, in order to get in here, the socket wrench. So we need 10 millimeter. Give 10 millimeter. Give wrench. Give socket 10 millimeter. Give handle 10 mil handle. Give page up. Give socket. Give socket wrench. Let's see if this worked. Error key. Alright, let's see. Nope. Alright. Or maybe? It says there's enemy handling occurring right now. There's most certainly not enemy handling occurring right now. Failure 18. What the hell is failure 18? Failure 18. Maybe failure? No, there's nothing fucking even close to that. I have no idea what that is. Like, what it's logging? That's an enemy handler failure. Like, yeah, that fucked my entire. Great. Is it medical case 18? For some reason, it thinks I need to be enemy handling right now. Case 18 doesn't even have an enemy handler. Oh, Boolean handler. Okay, so it is a failure on the card. So that's at least some good news. We're failing on case 18. Why? We're saying if find card pickup equals null, then we return a failure. Oh, I crashed. That will do it. Yeah, we crashed. Okay. So 18 has a problem here. What is the problem? There's events, med wall. If we can't find this, we return true. We get 39. Hmm, something's preventing that from working. Hmm. Let me think. This is odd. I think this build is new enough that switching to it would make sense. I mean, we crashed, so we don't have to switch builds. Anyway, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to pause, take a break, because it's been an hour, and multiple hours streaming in a row is bad. And I will take a break, go get some food, come back, and when I come back, we can try and figure out what the hell is going wrong here, or work on some other bull. Actually, I'd really like if I could put on screen this, but I don't know if I can. Let me see. It's like a lithograph when you look at it. Let's call this progress. I'm gonna put that on screen because I feel like that's a cool image. Granted, it's not gonna be readable from the stream because it's fucking huge. Like, look at it. But I think it's a good, like, mental. You can quickly look at it and go, okay, the light green is what we've achieved in the last 24 hours. Everything else is, newer. Red are things that are not fully implemented, but yellow is stuff that still needs to be tested. Light green is fully working. Well, working in testing environment, and then dark green is fully working. So, as you can see, we still have a lot of bands to test. Um, but yeah, I will be back soon. I just want to quickly go get food. Howdy, we're back. Sorry, I was going a little bit longer than I thought. I had to run to the bank. Howdy. So, back to SigiMP. I'm gonna leave this up on screen because I feel like it's a helpful little eye thing for what we're working on here. I don't exactly remember what I was working on right before I left. But let's get back to work. So here's what's gonna happen today's stream. I'm gonna do another hour. And then we're gonna take another break because I have to pack up stuff because I'm going to America tomorrow. So I have a bunch of prep I have to do. So I'm gonna have to clean my house. And I don't think any of you want to hear hoovering. I also have to like get some trash stuff organized. Very busy day for me. So we're gonna do another hour. And then after that, either a break or I'm gonna pause stream for a bit, and then we'll come back later in the night when I am all prepped and ready to go. Trying to think if there's anything else. Um, I can think of off the top of my head. No. That should be all. We should be able to start and get right back into this. Hope everyone's having a good day. I know I am. Well, for the most part, I am. Busy. I'm having a busy day, but busy is good sometimes, they say, you know? Um, yeah. I'm clearly very good at small talk. I'm just quickly fixing some things on my settings so that way we can stream without interruption here. Um, Let me think. Yeah, I mean that's all I've got. If I'm sort of not too much to talk about at the moment. Um, Big thing I'm really excited about with this project that I don't get to talk about often is it's really nice seeing a project that's like 2 years old. Plenty of people come in, come out of working on it, and it's very nice seeing it like approach a conclusion. I don't know. It's very it's very nice. Sorry, I'm just fixing this document real quick. That's all organized. That's all organized, and we're good to continue. Alrighty. So, with that, we can continue. Ugh. Sorry, I was out in the cold. I don't remember where we were build wise. I'm gonna just increment this up one build. Let's get to work on this. I'm thinking I'm gonna pull an all-nighter tonight because if I do that, then I'll be super tired, and then I can either sleep on the plane or not. It depends. I really wish you could. I know this is gonna sound crazy, but I really wish you could take a train, across the Atlantic. That would be really cool. I'd be a big fan of that. I know it would be tremendously slower than a plane, but yeah, that's why I don't do solo streams. I don't know how to. I don't know how to keep you all entertained. Ooh. Oh, we got a donation. I have to add that to the total. We got 5 yellow. We're gonna add that to the total. That's gets us a little bit closer to the goal. Ew, keep sniveling. Oh, yeah, okay. This is good. What I'd really like is if I could get both of these on screen, but I mean, I can't even do that in my normal capacity. Can I shrink this? And then like do something like, no, not really. Maybe like over here, and just drag it below some other windows. And that sort of works. Oh, I think that sort of works. Gives it's a bit hard to look at to be honest, but I don't know. Y'all gotta tell me what you think are the better options here. So, if I remember correctly, we were what are we working on? What are we working on here? We're working on DT detention. We're done detention. We're working on. Oh no, we're not done detention. The radio pickup's not done. What? Huh. Should probably fix that. We have to fix the radio and the service hatch and the tree safe. That's freaking weird. Oh, I was testing other things because I wanted to see what worked and what didn't work. Right. That's why. All right. In terms of priority, it's probably more important that we finish detention and medical. I mean, what are we looking at enemy-wise right now? Detention is one enemy that's a bit confusing. 3, 5's 10 that are still unchecked. Medical medical only has a couple enemies left that are missing, which honestly is really good. The mines have 4 enemies still missing. Boss there's a couple. Re-edge has a couple. Nowhere has 2. There's a couple. What were we working on? I actually don't remember. Is kind of the problem here. I think med is what we were working on. I hope med is what we were working on. Med is what I really should be working on. There's the train. See, the problem is with a lot of these, I don't remember how this part of progression works. So it's kind of hard for me to be like, oh yeah, that's how that works, because I just don't remember. And then a bunch of other stuff is like lock logic, which is super easy, and once one of them is fixed, all of them are fixed, which is very nice. But that also means I need to get one of them to work. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna do med. And incinerator key is picked up for both. Scale safe is solved for both. I'm not gonna do scale safe right now because that's a puzzle. And puzzles take a while. I'm going to do incinerator key, exam key, and then we can do socket 10mm VCR, card invent. We can do like all of those because those are all everything but solving incinerator, which is 42. Um, well, actually, we can solve incinerator. That's not that bad of a puzzle. We can do the second half of med. That I think would be a good win. And then maybe jump to protector and see what the fuck we can do there, because protector is a mixed bag. Protector has the least number of working things at the moment, so I feel like protector might be worth looking into. But if I solve medical, the medical is, you know, medical's medical. Also, I should probably insert a does Isa. Yeah, okay. Yeah, medical. Alright, so we're going to medical. Decided intruder is F7. F7 Osruna. Clear. Gesture. Ghost. Houseplants. Oh no, we need to intrude into where we need to go first. So let's get medical done. And then we can maybe go back and get detentions done. Because I want to do a complete playthrough of the game, right? Um Actually that's probably what I'll be returning with later, is me and my friend playing the game. We already started our playthrough on our own, but it's still gonna be fun to do a little bit. Do we have the mod open? No, we don't. God, I really need to get split screening. Split screening makes this actually possible, not near impossible. Okay, mod launched. So what we need to do is housemaster. What we actually need to do is go to, what are we doing first? We're doing scale safe. No, we're not. We're doing incinerator key. Where is incinerator key? Oh, incinerator key's inside the scale safe. I'm not solving scale safe. Scale safe takes way too fucking long. What I will solve is exam water is, no, exam key. I don't know where you are. You are bull 35, so let's find out where you are. And that's an enemy. That's a different enemy with the same Boolean number. 35. 35 is flooded office. Save room. So go to save flooded office. Right, let's get worked up in here, so I can't see. Is it? I thought there was only one thing in here. Oh no, there is. There's another one in here. 35-1. That gets that done. So we can jump to the next one, which is the socket 10mm. Socket 10mm is 38, which is in the sleeping ward. F7, go to sleeping ward. It's this thing. Did we get it? We did not. So that one just didn't fire correctly. We're looking at 38. So 38's not working at the moment. Oh, I jumped an item. I missed 10mm socket. But this item is currently bugged. So what we want to check is, why is it bugged? So we want to go to reference 38. If case 17, find sleeping ward, find peaching item. Yeah, that's definitely wrong because there's enemies in this room. So this is just in the wrong room is my bet. There's supposed to be an enemy in here. Because sleeping ward enemies work. Yep, you're supposed to be up here. So you're supposed to be up here. Not entirely sure what the other use case is, but that's gonna probably fix that bug. The next one is the 37 socket. 37. Socket item 10mm is in the exam room, so we just go there. This is the 10mm socket. Did that work? That did. There's 37. So what I mean by, like, we can, once I know where things are, we can very quickly get a bunch of things solved. VCR 38 I didn't actually get, but that's because I couldn't. 39 is card and vent. We need to go to vent room for that. Oh, what we should do is upper storeroom, nab this. It's 29, we know that works though. Then we can go to vent room. And we can do this puzzle. Like it's air key. Did that work? No, it did not. So error key still doesn't work. Card invent does not work. You are orange. Let's see if we can figure out why. VCR is a bugged one as well. There's a reference not set in its storage. What we're gonna do here is, because this is 39, right? Which is this room. It's case 18. So it's events, wall event, card pickup. Events, wall event. And it'd be card pickup is, oh, no, card pickup is still active. Because it doesn't go null. Okay, so that one is just, I'm handling the logic wrong. That's not good. Okay, so the next one we need to look into is 40. Pump logic, incinerator key. Yep. So we can go to, where is the incinerator key, I guess? Incinerator key is 31. Let's see if we can find that. I'm pretty sure it's, no, it's in 7S corridor. Oh, no, that's fucking case 31. That's another example of a redundant enemy. The enemy numbering is just bad at the moment. I honestly think I might just have to redo the entire enemy numbering because there's so many redundancies that are causing bugs that it's a problem. Yeah, it's in the scale safe. I was correct. So we're not going to go after that one. At least not right now. Right now, I think we're trying to figure out what works so we can fill out as much of this as possible. VCR event is 40. We have the VCR. So we need to go to ICU 2, go to ICU 1. So ICU 1 is this room. We can start the video cassette and we're going to see if a bull fires. So 29 is successfully firing. Something else is failing in this room. We're going to see if this worked. So 29, 29. If 29 successfully is tracking, that means nothing else in this room is successfully tracking. So 25, 29. There should be Boolean was 41. Oh, I just realized no alternative fire even is done, so I can't test that. What I can test is if the train card gets picked up. I wish you could sprint in this scene. It's a really cool scene. One thing I definitely want to do after like working on SigiMP, sup? Hey, how you doing? Is I want to work on a like adding rooms and stuff. I think that'd be really fun. The city has really cool aesthetic. Alright, so this one didn't work. Neither of these worked. So I don't know if the first person worked, but train car definitely doesn't. Now we can go to the incinerator. Go to incinerator. We go here. You gotta solve this puzzle. I really don't. Oh, I crashed. My money's on. Huh, never mind. I was gonna say my money's on that's being a bug caused by the game, by the mod, but I actually don't know. Alrighty, so. Ooh. We're at 38%. I think we got some pretty good wins there. Not anything major. Things started falling apart pretty quickly, but um, I think I fixed the VCR. That's nice. That's a nice win. Um, yeah, let's build this new build. And I say we switch to um, Protector for a little bit. Because we've been working on med for a while now, and we've got early med seemingly down pat. I don't feel like doing puzzles right now. So The only thing left would really be doing if the lock logics work. Those are a huge chunk of med. Pulls 44 to 48 are all lock logics. Um, but that's a pretty good dent, I feel. Next is Protector. So let's get this new build into the game. Hope I have 44 installed now. Wait, you have to turn us running on first. Um, yeah, let's do Protector. Just because spicing things up is important here. That's how we're going to be able to maintain morale. Alright, so 57. Where is 57? Balloon was 57, common room. So there's a few. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. That might have been impulsive, but did that work? I forgot to start the mod. That did not work. Alrighty. There should be a try-catch over this. Let's start with that. That's a very good first step for this. If there is no try-catch, we're not going to be able to learn very much here. So I don't know if it's entirely worth it for me to continue testing in this room, because every single thing is just not going to tell me what's wrong. Yeah, we're going to start there. Let's switch rooms. I mean, spaces, because this is not working. We can go to Corrupted Re-Edge for a second. See if we can get some enemy logging, maybe? That would be pretty nice. Forty-four, 45. That's fucking great to see. We can knock Re-Edge out of testing. That would be really nice. Like, memory's done. We can also knock Re-Edge. 44, 40, well, 44, 45. Do not crash on me, do not crash on me, do not crash on me, do not crash on me. It's not a big fan of me switching between all these tabs and having all these tabs open at the same time, which fair enough. Knocking re-edge out actually I think should be my goal right now. Because if we can be like, oh yeah, re-edge is done. No more re-edge. That means I don't have to test for re-edge, and that means I'm done. This area. I won't have to go back in here ever again. How can you not kill me right now, please? Okay, so there should have been 5 enemies tracked. 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Yep, that's all of them. That's a sweep right there. And that means re-edge is officially fully done. As long as the enemy handler gets added properly, that's a room we don't have to return to. Alright, so let's go to... Nowhere has the puzzle. It has a puzzle, and it has the 5, tree of life, tree of earth, tree of fire, all that goodness. Um, what I could do, I was thinking about this. What I could do is make it so the plates aren't shared, so that way if a player puts the plates into the door, it only counts for one player. Because otherwise, you're gonna have players being able to store the plates in their inventory boxes, which I'm not too sure how I feel about that. Just food for thought. Oh, my stomach hurts. Actually, wait a second, wait a second, wait a second. I'm getting a call. I'm getting a call. I'll be right back. Sorry, I got sick. Um, we're back. What were we testing? Oh, I'm dying. I'm dying. I'm dying. I'm dying. I'm dying. No, I'm not dying. All right, so we're done an entire room. We just finished what was left to do of bio. We can now move to protector, right? Or was it that protector's just not working? No, we can move to protector. I don't think we did anything with protector. Medical has. Sorry, I'm a little disheveled. Lock logics, that's fine. We can't really do those right now. I could test. I could go. You know what? Let's go to medical. See if I can just get these out of the way. Go to waiting room. If I go here and I give myself give key of air, give key of water, what? Give key of water, give key of gold, give key of earth, give key of fire. Yep, fire key, earth key, gold key, water key. Okay, because that 47, 48, 45, 46, 44. Did that work? Okay. So 47, yep. 48, yep. 45, yep. 46, yep. And 44, yep. So those work. You can successfully cross those off the list. That just leaves a couple puzzles that I haven't tested and the weirdness of the VCRs. I feel like that's a pretty good step forward. All right, next is Protector. We now go to Protector. Intruder. And am I gonna face crash? I should know if anyone's like, wow, he's crashing a lot. I'm crashing a lot because I'm kind of pushing the game to its limit. Like, I'd be a bit shocked if I wasn't crashing this much. Just because, like, at the end of the day, this is very intensive what I'm doing with it. I'm kind of just teleporting wherever the fuck I want, loading scenes however I want, kind of ignoring all rules of progression. Since we're taking a moment here, I'm actually going to get another progress update. We're at 44% done of the progress that's needed for me to launch the alpha. So that's inspiring. We're certainly see that we're making progress. I'm going to update the image at the moment. If I replace that like that, does that immediately update? It does. So yeah, now we have a little bit more green on there than we did, which is very nice. Very, very nice. Um, yeah. All right. Next section is Protector. Protector is a huge section, so that'll be nice to get some work done on. So let's load at the Protector. We're gonna update the mod. Robos, SigiMP, object, debug, MP, mods, delete. That gets that. Yeah, I am certainly sick at the moment. It's a true tragedy. There's this really cool train manager game I play like often that is really cool, but the progression is so bad for me because I spawned in like Ireland and all my stats suck. Alright, so we're going to use teleportation to quickly figure out what's working and what's not working here in Protector. So we're in RES. As we can tell, RES has a shit ton of bulls. The first one is Common Room. So we're gonna do F7, go, before that, we're gonna activate the mod, we're gonna clear, and then we're gonna go to inventory. So let's see what we got going on here. Mod is not launched. Great. Mod is now launched. 98.99 are successfully being tracked. Did we already know that? No, we did not. No, did we? 98.99. Yes, we did. These are common room enemies. So that handles those. We want to do a ghost. We want to do a hastur, and we kind of want a housemaster. Just in case. Just in case. Alright, let's grab this fuse. Hopefully this works. And it does not. So we're getting a failure here still on the fuse. Is common room misspelled? Nope, definitely not. So we're getting two enemies. Is the... Oh. This is just handled dumb. That's why. This is just really handled dumb. This would be this dot transform dot find. Yeah, that would in fact cause that bug. I hope that's not reoccurring, because that's a really dumb bug. Alright, so that means that one is under investigation. Power logic is shared. Don't know what that is. Flashlight is 59. That's in Ador's room. Oh, we crashed. Yeah, I mean, crashing's gonna occur a lot right now because we keep tabbing between different things. What I am gonna do before doing anything more is I am going to quickly check that all of these have proper logic. Go into them. Yeah, no, they don't. This is bad. That needs to be down here. And then we need to get rid of this. I think they might all be wrong, which is a little frustrating. Yep, they are. Okay, that's frustrating. This just becomes dot transform dot find. Then we get rid of this chunk. That's an enemy manager. That's fine. Item pickup tape. Yeah, so you can't put item pickups in the search for if they're there because they're always gonna come back null. That's going not always come back null. That when they come back null, it's gonna be an issue. You can't really have that unless we make the object nullable, which we can't on the current version of Unity. Not Unity. C# we are using. Yeah, that's gonna be all of them. I don't think a single one of these works. I haven't even done the test, but I'm pretty fucking sure none of them work. Because it wouldn't make sense for them to work. Um, Enemies are fine. I guess the interaction. No, this is what the f is going on? Genuinely, what was I smoking when I wrote this part of the code? This needs to be moved down here. That's fine. It's plain list 65, 66. Nope, pickup is going to be another one of these. Not there. This needs to go down here. That's an enemy. That's fine. Uh, yep, that's fine. That's fine. That's not fine. This needs to be transform. Find pickup. Yeah, anything, it should never say chunk is equal to null. That's just not possible. And anytime it says that, I need to fix it. Dot transform. Dot find new object. Gotta grab this. This becomes dot transform. Dot plus bucket key. Pick up. Transform dot find. It's all of them. It's genuinely all of them. I'm kind of glad we paused testing for a second to look at this, because this would have been all of them, and it would have taken long enough to figure out. Like, I would have much rather not have gone through. What I'm doing now is much preferable than if I had to go through each and every one and be like, oh, does this one work? Does this one work? Does this one work? It's an enemy. These are all enemies. So we can build that. What's wrong? Save build. Oh, 47. And then we can replace the file. That's a nice, easy win, I feel. Because that should get us pretty much all of I'm not DT, re-edges working. Not re-edges. Everyone knows what I'm talking about. What's the actual name of this section? Protector. That should get all protector working without the need for excessive signaling or any of that nonsense. We should be able to get down pretty much all of these. I'm saying 68 might have a false fire. I need to investigate that. Hopefully we can just kind of nail this section. And in the process, we're definitely going to be able to get a lot of enemies. Because Protector has a lot of enemies. Which is nice. Thank you. Well, we can always do is stir ghost intruder. And then we can just go to Protector here. Alright. So what we're going to do is do a bunch of fucking teleporting. So the first one is the common room. We should be able to go to common room. Go to common room. We should be able to sprint up here. Grab fuse. What about it? 57. Yep, that worked. Okay. So then the next one. If we all pass the driving exams for driving, yeah, hopefully, good luck. Way to fuse. Is that way to fuse? Next one is 58, which is power logic. I'm not doing that right now. 59 is Adler's bedroom. Go to Adler's bedroom. Yep, flashlight, which should get us 59. Yep, easy wins here. Easy fucking wins. Handle pickup is 60. Where is 60? 59, 60's Folk's office. Go to Folk's office. There's an enemy in here as well, but we're gonna grab this. Okay, the enemy in his room, her room, does not work. Also, we're having a failure here. In room 5, what's the failure? Folk's office, object, find shutter door. Handle pickup equals null. That's not the problem. What's the problem? Find enemy manager, enemy 1, Yule, enemy 2, Yule. Are these enemies actually named Yule? Yes, they are. They're named Yule. That's fine. That's not the issue. What's the issue? You should be adding 60. Why aren't you? You're looking to see if you find handle pickup is equal to null. If it is null, meaning we can't find it, you're going to return fail. Is it that it's not shutter door? Nope, it is. Folks office chunk. Objects. Folks office chunk. Objects. Shutter door. Shutter space door. There we go. That'll be our issue. So the next one is 61, which is in the shooting range. Go to shooting range. There's apparently a bull we need here. Whoa. Yeah, I know. Licked. Thanks. We grab adhesive tape. What? Adhesive tape? Okay, well, that's 61. Gun pickup is not shared, so that doesn't even matter. Next one is 62, which is rec room, save room. There's apparently a key in here. Yep. That one did not work. Let's see if we can figure out why. Find chunk item pickup L key of 7. Is it rec room, save room? Is rec room, save room? Did I spell it right? I did not. There we go. So that fixes that one. Next is Protector's Archive. We need to go to Protector's Archive. We need to get the painting key. Island key is 63 and it is working. Like, this is what we love to see. Just fucking solid wins straight down. 65 is the next one we need to test. It is res painting. Ooh, hoo, hoo, that is a complicated one. 66 is pickup. Yeah, we're gonna skip ahead a little bit because I don't want to deal with anything that's a little too complicated. 67 is that. 68. Music box 68 is 68. Let's go to 67. Or where are we going? Not entirely sure where we're going, so we're actually going to skip that as well. We can skip 68, we can go to 69, which is go to Calibri Study. There's an item we need here. That's the, yeah, that's not the key. Eagle key. 63. Whoa, what? That's not perfect. That's painting key. Also, enemy 90 is being tracked. Is that known? What is enemy 90? Oh, those are two odd things. Okay. First, not entirely sure what enemy 90 is. Um, because I think I accidentally found that. Have a good day. You have a good day as well. Cleaver study. Music box, click on. That is 69. It did not fire. I wonder why. 63 fired. 63 should not have fired. Straight's painting key. We just did this just not go off? Okay. Fair enough, I guess. That one's not working then. A bit confused on that. I won't lie. What just happened? Let's go to 70. 70 is where's item 70? Go to Cleaver's bedroom. Item postbox key. Go to Calibri's bedroom. Chill. No enemy tracking. In this Calibri's bedroom. There's a shotgun rounds, not what we're looking for what's back here. I don't think it's tracking the right room at the moment. Um, bag. Swap. Oh no. That's not what I wanted. Bag. Store. Bag. Stats. What the fuck is stats? Oh. Yeah, that's not useful. X. Bag size. Bag 10. Alright, yeah, that should work. Postbox key. Postbox key is 70. 70 works. I'm not too sure why. So if we go to 70, 70 is Boolean with 70. No, there's just no enemy listed here. We need to missing enemy here. Queebry in bedroom. I'm going to note that on the list as well. That would be enemy 120. I'm sure. Doesn't actually matter. We're gonna redo the numbering anyway. Queebry in bedroom. It's gonna be a red because we haven't instrumented that at all. And that handles that enemy there. I think the lesson to be learned from there is that we really need to redo the enemy numbering. This is rot front. What am I on for? What of protector? Postbox item. Where's postbox item? I don't even remember where the postbox is. It's like go to upper, no, 7S, 7FE corridor maybe? Well, there's an enemy here. That's not being tracked. So, it does seem like the enemies on Rotfront are a bit buggy. Which I'm not the happiest about. Like, is that enemy tracked? No, that enemy is definitely not tracked. Um, See, it's not a huge deal, because out of all things to be broken, the enemy tracking is probably the least important. Because realistically, the enemy handler isn't even done. So I'm thinking if we finish the Boolean handler, I go fix enemy HP. Like the benefit of it working is, oh yeah, we don't have to do very much, but it's not a huge deal. Like it's a library key, and yeah, nothing. Okay, so library key doesn't work. Uh, I'm gonna go switch to Rotfront now, because that was a successful protector, but still a little bit broken here and there. I think we fixed a couple things that was broken. I think did some good progress, but I want to see how much progress we can really get here. And the best way to do that is go into Protector or Rot Front, which we have a bunch of untested stuff in. There's also the keys in Nowhere. We could test those. Um, that would dent the West pretty severely. Protector's enemies just don't seem to be working at all, which is a bit annoying. Could test the enemies in Boss Room. There's only a couple of those. Might be worth a try. Might not. Enemy testing should really just wait, I feel. Because it's having weird bugs here and there. I think Roughtfront's the answer. Go to Roughtfront. Intruder. Roughtfront. Intruder. Rotate. I wonder if you can run a direct intruder. Like, is that a thing you can do? Okay. So, as always, we need to find the bulls for this part. So, Roughtfront's first bull that's not working is 80, which is the tower pickup. So the tower pickup is in, I think it's in meat room or something. Go to meat or butcher's store. Yeah, butcher's store. And then we get, oh, empty bag, help, fuck, rear, bag, third, what the f is the one that empties your bag? Usually test don't last this one. Veil, nibble, molding gun. Bag empty. Bag 100, I guess. That's probably gonna cause fucking lag, but whatever. Tower. Yeah. So tower didn't work. Off. I'll fix that later. Kill all. Also, no enemy reference on that. That's a bit annoying. I'm thinking Rockfront might have a similar issue. That, yeah. Yep. Okay. Alright. With that in mind, let's build, save, build. We're going to have to rewrite all of the Rockfront ones, which won't take very long, but it's just a bit annoying. Um, yeah, that's annoying. So that's going to take a second. In the meantime, I'm going to update our progress. We're actually in another hour, which is pretty nice. Yeah, we gotta do dent run front, it seems, is the only option. I'm gonna delete these intermediates. We gotta eat some. Check if we've gotten any new funding. We have not. I'm starving. But it's been another hour. It has been another hour. Okay. Let me think about this. Hey, lay down. Just I'm freaking tired. All right. What we can do is nothing's working in here, and I don't think anything's going to work in here. The only thing that's bothering me is the fact enemies don't seem to be working, which they most certainly should be. Or Roughnec's enemies just not implemented. That might just be the issue. Alright, let's go to Nowhere. I don't know if Nowhere has the same issue, but see if we can at least get most of the testing we can get out of this. Because then we have to rewrite the route front part. That's going to take a little bit. And then I'm going to take a short break to clean up my house. Alright, so Nowhere, where are we testing wise with you? We're pretty far with Nowhere, to my knowledge. Yeah, so we have a couple plates that are like odd. Plate of Sacrifice is 116. Let's get that. Let's get that. 116 is, I feel like, an easy nap we can do. We can just go to Sacrifice. Go to Sacrifice. That should have worked. Nope. Why? What the hell? Why is it set that way? This should be is equal to null. And this one should also be equals null. Why are these equals active? Well, that's 115 and 116. These are both. Oh no. 115 is an example where that works. Uh, that's odd. BMS should also probably be null. I have no idea where the fuck log is. Here's a question. We go to what's the name of the actual room? It's just where. Alright, we have a new build that we need to build. We need to do weight rot front basically. We need to completely redo. And then we have to do the keys. What's going on with 120? We have to go to Tree of Life. Go to Tree of Life. What the fuck? Go to Tree? Torture? What's that room actually called? Tree. Great name. Um, so I just used the Plate of Sacrifice. Did that do anything? No. Why? Did I write Tree of Life or did I write? Is it Tree of Life? Is it Tree? What is it? It's F7. Tree of Life, tree space of space life. I think it's stored in the chunk. No, it's not stored in the chunk. So that would be where your issue is. It's not stored in the chunk. It's stored here. Wab.multiwalk, which is one down. I'm on like wrong thing entirely. That for now. And what we need to do is wab. It's this big chunk. Yeah, that's a problem. No wonder it wasn't working. I was like, no, this should be such a simple thing to work. So that should, in theory, fix these four, which will be nice to have. But we really do need to go fix rot front because rot front has a bunch more bowls than nowhere does that need to be fixed still. And a good win there would be nice for the addition. I do need to recount the boolean handler for the enemies. So we're gonna clear here. We're going to over here fix protector. I mean rot front. We should be able to. Yeah. It's just this one's fine. It's down here is not fine. No, wait, no, that's fine. Is it fine till 97 for reference? So that would make sense. Oh no, it's fine after 97. Spelled. Oh, that should be done then. So you're still open. And then we want to jump to right front. Because we should be able to fix up some of what's wrong down there. Maybe we can head back up to nowhere and have the tree of knowledge stuff. So quickly get the nowhere. We should be able to finish tree. Wait, sacrifice, wesh, give, wait, gold, knowledge, give, wait, eternity. Nope, thank you. I'm missing one. Oh, fuck me. Forgot to open the mod. Um, that did not work. Wonder why. Hmm. Odd. See if I can figure that out. Yeah, that's how that works. Is the room name wrong? It says it's room 14 at the moment. Tree of space. Yes, a tree of life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, that is odd. Can't even remove them, so it's not that. What is the problem? Hmm, I'm not sure. It's odd. Let's just try to protector. I mean, not protector. Right front. Do you think I need another break soon, since I'm getting starving again? And I forgot to get food the first time. Yes, Edward, I've changed. The mod works better. Okay. So, protector. Oh no, we're going to right front. So the first bull we need to test in right front is 80, which is go to butcher's store. Can I get a wicked? Did we get that successful? No. So, still wrong. I don't even know if we're on the... Are we on the right version? Is that the issue? 48. Yeah, we're on the right version. What is wrong with this tower? Tower tray. It only makes the assumption that we can find the tower tray, which I don't think is a crazy assumption. Oh wait, that is a crazy assumption. Let's do this. That might also be the issue. I'm just gonna do both for just to be safe. Okay. Next one. Butterfly safe item, butterfly safe puzzle, disc red. So where's disc red? Control F. Disc red is 85. It is in the dentist office. Dentist office. Oh, thank you. That work? Did 85 is good. Now we gotta see if we can insert those discs. Protectors. I don't remember what the save room's called. Map. Blockwork office. Go to blockwork bedroom. Sure. So I insert the red disk. Did that carry over? Did. There is 86. Now I gotta give myself blue disk, blue, blue disk. And I'm guessing that's 87. That is 87. That gets us 86 and 87, which is a nice win. I'm not doing the radio alignment right now. Rotfront puzzle I'm not doing. We can do Misa room. No. I actually don't know what that room is called. I know how to get there. Get the cutscene. 91. There we go. Issa cutscene is shared. Death card is next. Oh, death is not shared. Death is 92, not shared. Why? So some really heavy testing on it too. Hmm. Odd. That's just not working. Not sure why. Um, Next would be meat version we can't do. Mural logic can do. Let's do ring. Do these two. These two are actually pretty easy to do. Developer fluid is 97. Yeah, we have to open these. These are things I can't do easily. 93 we can do. Or no, we don't. We need the acetone for that. Fuck. These all require puzzles. Let's maybe make like a light blue is requires a puzzle. Uh, Therefore I'm not gonna work on that on my own. Moon ring. Yeah, 102, 103 is required, so I need to go to what's this area called? Go to Atrium? Or not. I'm just gonna go there myself then. I have a feeling I don't have any of my proper stuff installed. Oh, I do. Fun. So what we want to do is give moon ring. We want to put the moon ring into the slot over here. Now that should did not fire off one, so moon ring is not shared. No, it's this ring status is shared. I mean, it's not curious as to why, but then what we're gonna do is F7 mode unkind. And that should also fire. Can I not leave this? Whoa, whoa. I am very bugged. I cannot leave. I don't think that works. I actually can't tell though, because I'm bugged. Like severely bugged. Oh, I could have gone to fuck, fuck. Can I not escape this? Can I intrude my way back into right front here? And then just go and get the developer fluid? Because that would be a nice grab. Grab developer fluid is 97. Oh, of course not fucking found. Going up here. 97's in the photo store. Go to photo store. Oh, 97 also didn't work. Alright, so why would 97 not work? Most likely it's just the wrong index. There must be an index that's wrong here that's throwing everything off. But I mean, that's some progress. Might be the most I'm able to do without another player. I could test the boss enemies. Hmm. Hmm. So, been streaming for 3.5 hours. I took like a 30-minute break in the middle. For a second 30-minute break and like the 3/4 mark. Um, I have a bunch of chores I need to do, and I'm super tired because I haven't eaten yet. So, what I think I'm gonna do is I'm going to. It's only 3:30. It's not even that late. I'm going to eat something because I'm starving. Um, then I'm going to come back, and I think we're gonna work on enemy handling, I guess. Because, yeah, we have a lot of bulls working. Or maybe I'll go back to DET and see if I can finish off these like odd DET bugs. that are existing. It might just be nice to have them done. Actually, speaking of which, we can go to Penrose and very quickly check one. It's been broken a long time. Pretty much everything here works except one bowl. And that's the key inside of here. Fuck, where's the key? Uh, well, the key's firing, but it's also gone. Where the fuck is the key? Did I pick it up? It'd be equals null. Yeah, I think if I make food, then we can get back to DT. I mean, I kind of want to get rid of these giant yellows. They kind of piss me off. Um, but seeing as I'm kind of having trouble focusing without food at the moment, uh, I have to eat. I think I have to accept that. Trying to make sure everything I can think of here is oh, handle. The handle in RES. We can do that. Where is the handle? Handle is 60, so control 60. No. Handle pickup is in folks' office. I don't know if we tried to fix this or not. I'm just gonna assume we didn't. Yeah, that is there. Yeah, they got 60, and that's done. That's a nice win. And then we need to get to 62, which is in Rec Room, Safe Room. There's 62. Easy wins. Service lock key is 65. 65 is apparently management office. Go to management office. Kill. Okay. That enemy is not handled properly. Give painting key. Okay. So there's a failure here. We are going to want to try catch these. And do one try is here. Catch here. Melon water. Dot message. Error on pools in case 10. Cute. And this would be a try catch. Catch. Current enemy in case 10. Save that. Just in case it is the enemy, or well, let's see if this lets me pick this up. And my assumption is that something here is incorrectly named. But we'll find out for sure. Yeah, that sucks. RES painting, it's probably feeling pretty early then. What I do want to check is RES painting fence. Well, this needs to be like that. Dot game object. Then what we need to do is if game chunk dot find dot open dot transform dot find, and then just make this a game object. Yeah, that should work. Yep, that should work. Just kind of nesting everything, making sure it's actually nested. We don't need that. Oh wait, we're missing something. If chunk we're missing a step here. What we really want to do is find out if this is equal to null. Then we want to run a continue. Break. Else. Not. Then we just want to run chunk dot transform dot find. That should fix that, hopefully. Um, what other ones can we grab? Fuck. Why are these different rooms? In fact, why are these different? What? These are not different rooms. These are all the same room. J16 does not exist. I don't know. I'm not sure what's wrong with that. Honestly, testing this is very hard, and I don't know if it's fair to put on the. I guess it is. Like, what's the progress of the Boolean list? I guess. All right, you know what? I'm getting grumpy because I'm hungry and tired. So what I'm gonna do is we're going to take a break. That break I've been wanting to take. Um, and yes, that should be useful. If I come back, focus on enemy testing for a little bit. I don't know if that would be worth the time because enemy testing is like the enemy bulls are a bit off at the moment, but that might be more beneficial. Like, because a lot of what's not tested is enemy bulls. If I could just get the Tree of Life to work, and really if I can fix fucking Rot Front, whatever the hell's going on there, or no, if I complete Rot Front and just actually do the puzzles. Same with maybe RES. That'd be plenty of testing. What I can do, actually, one of them is super easy. We can intruder our way into rot front. There's a one puzzle that's like stupid easy, and it's the butterfly room one. Like easiest puzzle in the game, you just do Aeon. Right. That's an easy test. Did that work? No. That did not work, which means most likely this didn't work either. Why? This is 83 and 84. Yes, it was. 83 is most certainly typed somewhere in this document. RT, butterfly safe. Oh, no, these have proper nesting. One is the dialogue, one is the card pickup. This might be this that we want. Is card pickup interaction. Weird. It's not often that's the case. Um, 5 box. That looks fine. Getting the room right, that's not the issue. Dialogue logic. Yep, that has the dialogue. Well, I'm not actually sure what's wrong with that. This is just fucking entirely wrong. I'm not entirely sure. Hmm. Alright, I think I'm gonna take a break because it's been several hours now, and I am very tired. Um, and I forgot to eat, so I need to eat. We'll be back after I'm eating. Um, yeah, yeah, I actually might take a full break. That might be the solution for the moment, just because I am super tired and yeah. All right, so we'll be back later tonight. Ciao, ciao.